Welcome, friend. Welcome to Morrowind. Welcome, friends. Welcome back to Vardenfell. Once again, here we are, staring at Nova, as has so often been the case in this playthrough so far. I'm starting to think that maybe she's actually a World of Warcraft blood elf. Would explain a lot. Anyway, don't think you need anything to say to us, do you? No, I don't really want to go adventuring with you at the moment, thank you. Okay, so assuming everyone is alright, Dwemer device codes. The Dwemer astrologers you met there may have had one of their possession. Okay.
What can I do for you?
No, that's fine, thank you. I can do that. I take it you didn't have any little chores?
Hello there. How are you?
Hello, Jerry. No, I'm good.
Welcome. Please, don't be shy. I'm listening.
Jimori Nerlian. What a name. New recruits coming along just fine. I'm sure she'll be off
Yes, what is it?
to Arkngthand in a minute. Okay, good. Nice. Pleasant day out here in Shir Gorad. Very nice. So let's leave. I had a note from Bob Grimes, who extremely generously informed me that the last power cube is hiding in Arkngthand, in the Deep Wall Passage. And there is no way on earth I would ever have found that. So, thank you very much, Bob. I'm extremely grateful for that. Let's see if we can go find it. Then we can take the other cubes and go back to Galom Daeus and see if we can extort that data that our colleague wants. I've already blanked on her name. Sorry, colleague. And get our special snazzy armour stuff reworked and see what happens with that. That sounds like a plan to me. I'm recording this on the 21st? 21st, isn't it? Yes, it is. It's the 21st. You can tell that I'm tightly rooted in time, even this close to major festival days. I hope that staring down the barrel of the Christmas gun once again, that you're all having as good a time as you can, and that the season is a blessing rather than a curse. I know very easily that it could be either, and so if you're having a tough time, I'm thinking of you, and I'm not just saying that. And if you're not having a tough time, fantastic. I hope you have an amazing Christmas. And if you're not a Christmassy person at all and this is all meaningless, then happy Festivus. In fact, even better, happy Yule. Yule being astronomical and a little pagan, both of those things being quite close to my heart. From here on out, the days get longer again. Is that crank? And that can only be a pleasant thing. Unless you're a mushroom, or allergic to sunlight, or, someone else with a reason to prefer the deepest darks of winter. I like winter in general. I'm certainly not a massive fan of the scorchingness. I think the deep wall passages are through here, aren't they? That everything has become. But Who knows? At this point I am basically rambling. It's difficult to try and find my way through Arkngthand and also talk and hold a thought at the same time. I mean, I should look at the map, really, shouldn't I? See if there's any hints there. And Blood Gallery. Have I even checked around there through that side? It looks like I haven't. I should go and check it out. It's rude to leave chunks of Arkngthand unexplored. Really, I can't jump this yet. Yeah, Blade of Heaven, I guess. Floaty dagger. Magic. Right. Yeah, so anyway, just saying that I hope stuff is going okay, and definitely happy Yule.
This is vital.
Is it? Good for you, was it? Now, this is fighting is an interesting declaration, really. Nods. Is there something up there? There might be. This is Morrowind. Suppose I should have a look. Okay, I have to put the dagger back on. Oh, that's right. When I unclip it, it deactivates my magic being targeted or anything, doesn't it? Slightly inconvenient. No. Always worth a look. Made it. Yes, let's go and have a look down through there. I used to know Arkngthand pretty well, but it's been a while. Oh, hello. Say hello, wave goodbye. Third male Imperial, huh? I left gold on him. Maybe he's spawned since I was last here. Let's go with the Centurions. Rude. How are we for milk? I know the whole milk thing is vaguely ridiculous. Like, I can make potions myself that are massively better. But, you know, it just feels a bit less wasteful. Even though, demonstrably, it's easier for me to get my own potion than it is to get more milk. I think it's just the fact that it's milk, you know. Ah, here we go, deep ore passage. It was down here somewhere. Well, somewhat confident anyway. Probably shouldn't try to oversell it. And there you are. I admire your dedication, little automaton, but not a good move. Now, Bob, you said behind rather than on top of, so I'm going to assume I don't need to go up there just yet. Well, I might go and have a poke around just to see if they've left anything in a chest. But let's see if we can actually track this thing down. Fine. Look at that, I'm pausing mid-fight to take some healing potion. Unprecedented, isn't it? These little buggers are a bit dangerous, though. Advanced. Very advanced. I do remember making a point about how I wanted to be sure that I took alteration as a starting skill so that I could walk on water, but now I haven't done it all that much. But at the same time, in spots like this, you do want to be sure there isn't something hiding under the water. You can find all sorts of random things in chests in odd places. So it's always worth, you know, having a look. Arkngthand Grand Bridge. Okay. Clearly not. The deep ore passage proper. But a little poke around. Road of reflection. Okay. Well. Let's head back to the deep ore passage and double and triple check to see. Say behind an object in Bob's message. Way up and back behind an object in the deep ore passage. He also mentioned that he felt the mod developer should be horsewhipped for sticking it there. And, you know, I do certainly feel that way sometimes. The thing about being a puzzle creator, I say that as someone who has created an awful lot of puzzles, not for much of a good reason other than money, over the years. It can get really tricky to judge what's easy and what isn't if you're not careful. Gets very easy to forget what you know that other people don't. It's a significant danger. And so I try to be a little forgiving And, you know, it helps. It doesn't really matter. It's not like a load-bearing puzzle. It's not going to stop me finishing the main quest or anything. It hasn't even stopped me finishing the guild master position for the Astrologians. I hear something hostile. I'll get to you in a minute, whatever you are, wherever you are. Don't mind me just floating around a little. So yeah, particularly if you've been working on something for a while, you can get really tunnel visioned about, you know, how obvious something is, and make things really difficult, more so than you intended. On the other hand, sometimes people are just sadistic. I've got some weight. And that I'm less patient with. Appear to be a door. So back on with the floaty blade of floatingness. And select it there. Yeah, definitely not a door. Fish down there or something. It's a dwarven thing rather than a fish, but there's a something down there. Right, fine, I'll put my sword back on and go and stab whatever you are. Where are you? Do you come out of the water? Hello? You wanted to kill me, I think. Oh, over there, a ghost. That's why you weren't showing up. So to speak. Rest in eternal peace, friend. And give me your goo. Spooge me up, ghosty boy, as they say. Or, honestly, I hope they don't say. I suppose someone probably says it somewhere, but, you know, hopefully not very often at least. I would guess, unless that's your thing, in which case, you know, knock yourself out. Don't let me stop you. What do I know? Nothing much. But I do know that it's possible to really overestimate how easy a puzzle is and make it far too fucking difficult by mistake. Not in the interests of clarity that I'm saying that that's what's happened here. It might be that the people who made this mod just wanted to make this really stupidly difficult so that only people with thousands of hours to spare would ever notice. In which case, you know, they can go get bent. Hello? Little Boxy. My God, Boxy. There's a thought. If that doesn't mean anything to you, there's no way I'm going to explain, but it's fine. It was a thing. She was a thing back in the day. Not even my day for that matter. Things that just live rent-free in your head. Always weird. Okay, so here we are up top. Chest with scrap in it. You really shouldn't have. Like, really, you really shouldn't have. Okay. I've looked behind most of the stuff in here at this point. That's out of the zone. I don't think it's going to be in that. All right. To save you from watching me just flailing around randomly and letting my brain dredge up horrifying pieces of millennial culture from the internet in the deep past, why don't I just put a little cut in here and see you in a moment. Well, my friends, I've had a poke around and I still can't find it, which probably reflects more on me than anything else. But rather than spend like further expanses of time, I'm going to press on through the this area that we came to at the end of the bridge. Road of Reflection, that's right. There's the guy on the bridge back there, and we'll have a look in here, see if it's around, and if not, what else is in here. Because I think this is all stuff that was added by the Astrologians. I think they did a big expansion of Arkngthand was their last chunk of the mod. So it'll be interesting to see what's back here, if nothing else. And who knows? Maybe we will stumble across... I have got my proper sword on, good. Maybe we'll stumble across something cromulent while we're about. Otherwise, I guess I'll just do a bit more research. There isn't exactly a walkthrough for the Astrologians, but there's at least one YouTube series claiming to do a full playthrough of it, and they might go ahead and do everything. So, let's see. Dead male orc. Oh, we've just got a cruel spark sword, I'm not surprised. Daikatana's okay, but no. Bracer of martial craft. I mean, take it to sell. Ditto that. You can keep your large qualmer egg. I'll have your glowing mushroom. No euphemism intended. Oh, hello, Dolly. This is Lou. Dolly, it's so great to have you back where you belong. Believe me, it's definitely better that I shat into that than try to actually sing it. My singing voice is not a particularly happy thing. Never was especially good. Time has not added anything beneficial to it. I think I'm supposed to get through there at the moment. Let's just at least assume for the moment I don't need to go clipping through things. Magic axe. Soul trap. Handy. Can't use axes, but still. Nice bit of treasure. I do need to start carrying around soul gems and beating things up so I can start getting some enchanting going. Fine. A lot less fancy than the scepter. Almost as valuable. I don't love beating up dwarven ghosts. I kind of feel like the dwarves have been through a lot. They don't really need me rampaging around. But they do start it. I'd be quite happy not to murder them if they didn't force the issue. If you can't be said to murder a ghost. Dwarven Claris Crypt. Is that the right name? Crap. I never was much into dinnerware. Pretty sure I got that wrong though. Feel free to correct me in the comments if you are into dinnerware and remember what the damn stuff was called. This is like 50s, 60s, primarily British dinnerware, let's be clear. Stuff that was very collectible for a little while people still collected stuff. Not clear to me that there is much of an antiques market for anything much anymore. Jink blade. That's unpleasant. Yes, ran out of charge before it killed me. Good job too. Dangerous stuff. Speaking of, probably better have some more potion. Health magicka, health 12 per 30. 13 for this one's worse. Okay. Yes. Milk, basically. Brandy. Enough milk to get completely hammered on that brandy. Let's pretend I didn't say that. Clearly default brain is not doing its job very well today. I mean, yes, okay, I can see why they might call this the Aqua Tunnels. I will have a fly around, but let's get to the end of this chain of places first, then come back and do the swoopy zoomy stuff and see if anything's lurking. Shard of Power is a prospectively useful name. What's that? Black Pearl. Very Pirates of the Caribbean. If you haven't read the Tim Powers novel On Stranger Tides, which Pirates of the Caribbean was kind of loosely inspired by, particularly the second one, then it's worth a read. It's a good fun novel. And like most Tim Powers stuff, a lot less tongue-in-cheek. That's where it came in, alright? Yeah. Nothing about to spring to life and attack me, no? Okay. I mean, that's pretty. Very heavy, though. Now that looks like a ray gun. You can't fool me. Right. Okay, really? You come all the way in here for that? I mean, interesting. And like I said, I do like the bust, but it seemed vaguely anticlimactic for following all those passages. I'm 99% certain that that thing at the top isn't any kind of doorway, but just in case. No, it's nailed shut. Fair enough. Well, definitely not seeing any power cubes in here, or anything else. Just that. Guess I'll have to put it down when it gets heavy, which will be fairly soon. I'm mildly surprised there's not even anything in this, though. These things happen. So, come through. We've killed everything there is to kill. Now we just have a good old nose around and make sure we haven't missed anything. There was definitely some swooping around to be done up here, though. So, let's get on that, shall we? Oh, hello? This is a chest. Only seems right to use the Dwemer lockpick somehow. How's my weight looking? Not grand. I think I can live without those. I would expected something like that up at the top, to be honest. Oh, you wretched beast. Okay, job done. Yes, I can see where you were talking about horsewhipping. That's really not very obvious at all, is it? Not least because I've been looking for something about 6 times the size. So, thank you, Bob. I would never have found that. And now I have. And I don't need to run around here any longer. Except, I guess, let's just keep exploring while we're in here. So that we say we've done it. Weapons, please. Okay. Oh, it's because I've got that thing in. Duh. Yes, of course. Equip lockpick, get confused by weapons tab. Because I'm a bear of such huge brain. Okay, need to sleep for a bit before I use the floaty dagger. Fine. Well, let me out of the water then, and I'll dissociate for a day. Thank you. The journal's been updated, has it? How sporting. Have a look in a sec. Journal. It has been 3 days. The main level of Chuckalelf should be clear now. Okay, that's true. I forgot all about that. I really hope I left myself a teleport point there. I'm sure I did, though. That an enemy? It is. Am I going to have spell length here? There's a couple of them. How naughty. Okay. Hey, Ghosty. Thank you for your gunk. What did I say it was called? I can't see. Luminarium spider. I like it. Nice. And for me at least, I apologise if you differ, not weird enough, not un-weird enough to so many probes that are partially used. Sloppy. To trigger any arachnophobia on my part anyway. No, that'd be pretty valuable. Poleaxe, really valuable. Scrap greaves. Not too heavy. Goblin Shoggoth. Don't see anything over there. Checked out that side. Don't know if we've checked out that. Oh, really? Okay, fine. Apparently I need to sleep for a few days to get that thing back to speed. Don't think I have a filled soul gem. No. So, fine. Didn't even hurt. Can I go through here and rest for a bit? I can. Still healed. Rest for a day. Rest for another day. Hopefully that should be good enough for a little bit of... No, you're a bit robust. Maybe you're the advanced version. Grades. For a little bit more floatiness. I mean, I do have potions, but when I can just sit around dissociating for a day or two, it's better. Less time critical and all that. Hey dude. Time to sleep. Gyros. Really. Certainly not gyros. I'm prepared to give Dwemer gyros a try, but only if someone made it fresh. Okay. This was the Aqua Road or something. Aqua Path? Oh yeah, water. You know, if there is anything down there in a chest underwater, it's just going to be more dwarven stuff. I've got so much dwarven stuff right now. It's fine. I will spare you and I. And, there weren't the enemies here last time. How rude. And here? Fine, whatever. Have another potion. Honestly. I swear, game. Sometimes it's like you're trying to get me to use my consumables. Imagine. Yeah, what did we say it was called? The Aqua Deep Pass. Sure. I guess it's just a respawny sort of territory. It's fine. More respawning is more combat practice. And more spark darts. Isn't Creeper going to be happy when I get round to selling those to him? I don't know is the answer. Never entirely sure how Creeper feels about having stuff sold to him. Like, Obviously fairly good, otherwise he wouldn't buy it, but at the same time... If you're wondering about the backwards-forwards jinking like this when advancing on archers and ranged enemies, Morrowind is very bad at leading enemies for ranged attacks. So if you go like that, it's assumed you're going to keep going like that at the speed you're going and adjust the same accordingly. So if you zip backwards and forwards, it really screws with things. Feels slightly cheesy, but then on the other hand, they didn't have to program it that way, so I don't feel too bad about it. As for these extensions to Arkngthand in general, I like it. I think they capture the basic feel of the site very nicely. I think it adds a lot of extra, pardon the pun, depth to Morrowind's premiere dwarven location. I mean, let's be honest, a lot of people don't get very far into a lot of games, and I'm sure something like, 30% of players or something, but I'm making that stat up completely, never really get past looking around in Arkngthand for the puzzle box in terms of Dwemer ruin diving. So it's good that it's a place that's been extended because, it's the first one, it's the big one, it's the famous one, if any of them are famous. And it's been done quite harmoniously. I like it. The designs are interesting enough. A little corpse that I've forgotten to take some gold from. How dreadfully rude. Okay, let's have a look up top just in case. Pretty sure I didn't do that last time. Or maybe I did. In fact, I definitely did. See, and that was just like an hour ago. Or however long it's been in this video. But about an hour ago for me because of... Can you actually kill anything with this? More or less. But it's a short blade. And my short blade skill is still woeful. Oh, hello. So yeah, overall, I like it. Oh, it's a whole welcoming committee. Works with mages too, obviously. And because things tend to simulate fairly carefully, bow people will run out of weaponry, out of arrows and darts and stuff, and mages will definitely run out of mana. So zapping backwards and forwards is quite useful. Can I still pick that up? 15? I can for the moment. How about you? 25? No. But it's fine. Don't actually care. Okay, from here, I think let's do some teleportation, shall we? Let's head up to Chagalilft and set up the next bit of improvements. Hello, friend.
Are you all right, Outlander? You might have a healer attend to those wounds.
I might. I can't even wait here in my own antechamber. How rude. But I'm not going to at the moment. Yes, you've cleared the main floor. Much nicer now, isn't it? I took the liberty of furnishing the place too. I do hope you like my design choices. The furniture seller doesn't offer refunds. Next, we will want to clear the upper floor. Our contractor said that they'd need 45 Dwemer coins, because the upper level is in much worse condition. They'll also need 5 days. Without a function lift, they'll be casting plenty of slowfall and levitate spells, and so they'll need more time to rest. That's fine. Why does that... Okay, same thing, right, so, okay, clear the upper floor. Yes, I have the coins. Excellent. I'll take the coins and contact our contractors. Come back in 5 days. I shall. Thank you. Have a little look around while I'm here. Rubble. Okay. Oh, fair enough. Oh, it's actually quite large, isn't it? I guess I can sleep here. Nap time. Huh? Wow. Oh. Floating candle and everything. That's cool. I think any Onsen would be proud to have one of those. Guess that's the upper floor thing or something. Maybe a basement. Dining area. Boxes of flour. Richard peppers. Cardamom. Nice. Farmer eggs. Food. Yes, that's what I thought. Yeah. Cool. I like it. Good work. I'll be back in the next time you update my journal. So for now, let's go to our other home. Much more homier home. And dump off some dwarf craft, because I don't want to have to go and flog loads of crap at the moment. And besides, I do like having a collection of dwarven stuff, given how thoroughly illegal it is. It amuses me. I'm easily amused, in case you hadn't noticed. I'm sure you have noticed, though. Yeah, that's fine. That's actually quite valuable. Wow. Devil Tanto. I mean, I'm really not going to want it. Shouldn't be going in here. Be going in the weapons box. Let's be consistent. Devil Tanto. Did I pick up any dwarven armour? Who am I kidding? Of course I did. Cuirass, odd salvaged mask, preserved material craft, dwarven looking though, mole crab helm, other bits and pieces, Dwemer Power Core. Why are those so heavy if they're about the size of a matchbox, eh? Can you answer me that? I suppose 15 isn't that heavy. Cock darts. Bear rapier. Floaty sword. Fine. Do Do I have other stuff that needs dropping off? I mean, I obviously have a lot of stuff that needs dropping off given how much weight I'm hanging around. But it's probably going to be this sort of nonsense, isn't it? Oh, I do have some alchemy stuff to drop off there, though. That I will do quickly. Doesn't take too long. Don't know how I ended up with 2 sets of this. Keep the glass rod on me for emergency potions. Yes. Couple more. Oh, it's that. Right. Back to the dwarven box. Down to 90 coins, huh? I'm going to have to start diving some more places to find more money at the rate that he's going through my coin supply. But that's better. That's a better weight. Okay. So next, back to Galom Daeus and the Astrologer. Do you have the power cores? Yeah, have the power cores. Hand them to me. The armour has been long finished. It is ready. Now leave us to our studies. Goodbye, but hello? No, I can't talk to you. Maybe I can talk to one of the others then. Do I have to talk to you before I hand you the power cores? That would be annoying, given that I've just handed you the power cores. I can try coming out and going back in again. If not, where did I last save, I wonder? Come on, 12 device codes, don't be a bitch. Okay. Where did I last save? Jaggerloft. Well. Okay. But I will save the dropping stuff off again until next time. We'll do it between sessions or some such. I did give you your money, right? Yes.
Are you all right, Outlander? You might have a healer attend to those wounds.
Draggletail, just to pick up the cause in the interests of not being too repetitive. Thank you. And the Astrologer's Hall. And I'm over encumbered because of course I am. That should be fine. Not yet. Oh, I see, that's a bug of some sort. Maybe if I drop the cores. Where are they here? Okay, Dwemer device codes. I don't keep track of such trinkets. If you find it, you may keep it. Okay. Well, here have the cores. Goodbye. Can I still move? No, of course I can't. How much over am I? Just 5. The poleaxe can feck off. So I suppose they're in here somewhere. But I'm out of time. And at least we have an idea of where these things might be, and perhaps I can get some leads if I need to. What does this new cuirass look like? Recovered Dwemer orbital cuirass. Jump 20 points, feather 75 points, swift swim 50 points. Well, that sounds like an absolute no-brainer to me. The Tron chest is very pretty and all, but yeah, 20 points a jump, nice. Fast swimming, and some feather, good stuff. Okay, pleasure doing business with you, even if it was a bit silly trying to track everything down. I'll just kind of stay staring in that guy's general direction as a sort of reminder of what I'm doing. Because you know how it goes. It gets difficult to remember what the hell's going on from one day to the next if you're me. Let alone 1 week to the next. And one session of Morrowind to the next. I will leave myself a note back in a minute or two. Sorry about the waving around there. So that's it for now. I hope you've enjoyed the session. If you have, please leave a like or a comment or subscribe if you haven't. They all help engagement. And engagement is, we're told, what this is all about for some reason. As I said before, I hope you have a good December and that the world is as kind to you as it possibly can be, and that the people you care for are generous and available, and the people you don't care for are distant or at the very least quiet, and that everything goes as smoothly as it can. And remember, from here on out, the days are all starting to get longer again. So, happy Yule, and look to the skies for sun and the promise of spring and so on. And if you prefer winter, well, here it comes. Make the most of it. If things are difficult, I will be thinking of you in as best way I can, given the whole general vagueness of this thing being a one-way sort of box for the most part. But feel free to leave a comment and just say hi or something. And I'll have another thing up for this time next week. So until then, bye for now.